Hey, welcome back. We are about to jump into another English lesson. Now, this week, my goal is to help you with your English fluency, specifically with your confidence in your own English fluency. I'm going to give you 5 tips that will completely transform your English fluency and help you move to the next level. Are you ready? Well then, I'm Teacher Tiffany. Let's jump right in. All right, let's get started with tip number 1. The very first thing to help you, again, speak English with confidence is to immerse yourself in English media. Now, I'm going to break down this tip a little bit more, but I want to say it again. Immerse yourself in English media. We are living in a time where the internet, cell phones, computers, all of these technological advancements have connected us in ways that did not exist 20, 30, 40, 50, even 60 years ago. And that means that for you as an English learner, this is the best time to take your English to the next level. You can do this because the internet is available to you. That's how you're watching me. So in order to speak English with confidence, you must immerse yourself in English media. Let me break it down some more for you. You have to surround yourself with English books, movies, TV shows, and music to expose yourself to the language consistently. In our last lesson, the previous week, when I told you the story during story time, I got another one for you later on. I mentioned how I learned the importance of consistency. The same is true for this tip. You have to consistently, on a consistent basis, be immersing yourself in the English language. You need to immerse yourself in the culture as well. So maybe you're wondering to yourself, Tiffany, how can I do this? I live in a country where I'm actually the only one learning English. Or maybe you live in a country where you have friends trying to learn English, but there's no other native English speakers around you. Let me tell you this. Even if you're in that situation, you can still immerse yourself in English. Get out your cell phone if you have one. Get your computer, whatever device you have where you access the internet. Get that device. Find a podcast you like. Find YouTube channels, not just with English teachers like myself. I'm happy you're watching the video or listening to this lesson. But find other videos on YouTube about topics you're interested in. Music, food, technology, whatever you're interested in, but find a channel that is run by a native English speaker and watch it. Immerse yourself in it. Even if you don't understand everything in the beginning, at the beginning you might not understand every word, every expression they're using. But over time, you'll start to understand more. We're talking about helping you speak English with confidence. You need to immerse yourself in the language. And the internet is now giving you the ability to do this, even if you're not living in a native English speaking country. So, tip number one, immerse yourself. Every day, be watching something or listening to something or even reading something in English. Enjoy it though. Have fun with it. All right? Tip number 1. Now let's move on to tip number 2. Again, we're talking about helping you speak English with confidence. Tip number 2. Practice speaking with native English speakers. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, once again, Tiffany, how? I'm not in a situation where I have access to native English speakers. My friend, don't you worry. Don't worry. Let me explain this tip a little bit more. It's important to find conversation partners or join language exchange programs to practice speaking with native English speakers. You can engage in conversations on various topics. Now, you might be in the situation where you cannot afford to pay for a tutor. Again, going back to what I said earlier, my friend, you do have access to the internet. Go online. Find Facebook groups, Facebook forums. Go online and find different websites where people are chatting, having conversations, and join the conversations. You don't have to start out with, I'm sorry, I'm an English learner, or I'm sorry, my English is not good. No, just hop. You see that? If you're watching the video, hop right into the conversation. That's how you will improve your English confidence. People don't care if your English is the best or if you make mistakes. Just get involved with the conversation. People will be interested in what you have to say. Now, the important thing is when you're entering these conversations, make sure the conversations are about topics you're actually interested in. If you don't like politics, don't join a politics forum. But maybe you're a gamer, right? Maybe you like video games, or maybe you're an individual who enjoys talking about history. Join forums, join groups where these topics are being discussed. And what's going to happen is you're going to develop relationships. You're going to develop friendships. And over time, you'll start speaking more with certain individuals in these groups. And you might actually say, hey, you guys want to hop onto a Zoom call and let's actually see each other? Let me tell you a quick story. This is not part of story time. Don't worry. Story time is coming later. But this happened. So in my academy, I run the Speak English with Tiffany Academy. And again, you are welcome to join our family. The link is in the description. But in my academy, I have watched my students become best friends. I have watched students travel to other countries to meet each other, and they literally are now best friends. They've met each other's families. Why? Because online, they were interacting with each other. Now, the same can happen with a native English speaker if your goal is simply to get to know them. This is a tip I want to give you in conjunction, in addition to this tip. When you are speaking with native English speakers, remember, we are humans too. We know that you want to learn our language, and we know, again, I'm a teacher, so it's totally okay. My position in this relationship is as your teacher. But when you're trying to have conversations with other native English speakers, remember the other person on the screen, if you're having a video call, the other person on the opposite side of your texting is a real person. So they don't want to feel like, oh, you really don't care about me. You just want me because of my English. Just remember, we're all human beings. And the moment you start caring about them as a person, that's when you'll start developing deep relationships and will actually help your English fluency. I experienced this many times when I lived in Korea, and I had so many conversations with other English teachers saying like, man, there are some students we just click with. Why? Because they treat me like I'm a person. I'm not just someone that can give them what they need, but they care about me. And I've developed some close relationships with students of mine who were students initially, but are now literally very close friends. So again, this tip, I want to help you. Your goal, yes, I know you want to speak English with confidence, but with this tip, in order to practice speaking with native speakers, care about the native speaker. Unless you're paying for a tutor, it's totally okay. In that relationship, they are your teacher, they are your tutor. But if you're going to these free platforms and trying to start conversations, just keep in mind, they are people and they want to get to know you just like you'd like to get to know them. You got me? Excellent. All right, let's move on to number three. Tip number 3 is listen to English podcasts. When I say you have so many podcasts, totally free podcasts at your disposal, ready for you. You can again take out your cell phone or on your computer, listen to these podcasts totally for free. Now, again, you already know about my podcast, the Speak English with Tiffany podcast. Of course, I think it's a wonderful podcast. Many students agree, and I hope it helps you. But I'm not just speaking about podcasts run by English teachers. I'm speaking about podcasts run by native English speakers where they're just speaking about topics that they're interested in. This is so important. Again, it starts with you knowing your interests. What are you interested in? And then go online, go to your phone. If you have a podcast app, look for podcasts about that topic and start listening. Here's the thing. Listen to English podcasts on a variety of topics to improve your listening skills and expose yourself to different accents, vocabulary, and expressions. We are talking about helping you speak English with confidence, but the way you start speaking with confidence is also by improving your listening skills. You'll gain confidence in your ability to comprehend what is being said, and then you'll apply the patterns that you're hearing, the words that you're hearing being used, and the expressions, which will inevitably help you improve your English speaking ability. Makes sense, right? Now, again, it's important to find podcasts that are related to topics that you are interested in. You don't want to find podcasts about random things because you're not interested in random things. So find podcasts that are really about topics you are interested in, and these podcasts will help you improve your listening skills. If that makes sense, I want you to shake your head. There you go. I love it. I love it. All right. Now I want us to move on to number 4. Tip number 4. Another very important tip. If your desire is to speak English with confidence, you need to write in English daily. Listen, you need to write in English daily. Now, I'm going to show those who are watching this lesson. I know those that are listening cannot see what I'm about to do, but those that are watching this lesson, right behind me, you'll see tons of notebooks right here. These are just some of my notebooks, and I have tons of notebooks on the right side of me, and also in my work bag, in my office closet. I have tons of notebooks everywhere. Why? Because I write a lot. Now, I write down things related to this business. How can I help more English learners? How can I make better lessons? How can I ... in an effort to help you reach your English goals. I write things down. There's something that happens when you write things down. It helps your brain process information, and it also helps you retain information. So, for you as an English learner, set aside time each day to write in English. Whether it's journaling, writing essays, or practicing grammar exercises. Seek feedback from native English speakers if possible. Remember, the goal of this practice is not to get every single word that you write corrected. Is the grammar right? No. The goal is to help you process your thoughts and produce them on paper in English. It's interesting, right? I'm helping you speak English with confidence, but the last 2 tips have been about listening and writing, not speaking. The reason is because of the way our brains work. In order to speak with confidence, the very first thing that must happen in your brain is your thoughts being organized. So you have to process your thoughts. So listening to other people processing their thoughts actually helps you learn how to process your thoughts better in English. The same is true for this tip. Writing in English. In order to write something down on a piece of paper, you have to process information. What do I want to say? What do I want to write about my day today? In order to write, I must first organize my thoughts. So for you, my friend, your goal is to speak English with confidence. I'm telling you right now, if starting today, you begin writing, it doesn't matter the amount of time. Remember I said last week, consistency and just doing it.